How's it going, y'all? This is Nick with HoustonCaseManagers.com, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the COVID-19 Rental Assistance Program. So let's jump right into it. This program is basically a program to help out individuals who are impacted by COVID-19 who are having trouble paying their rent. The program is a partnership between the City of Houston and Baker Ripley. On May 6th, the City Council passed this bill, and this bill has $15 million of funds that will go toward helping people with rental assistance. So there's two parts to this program. The first part is it helps landlords, and landlords, they have to apply first. Landlords must apply for the assistance, and then those tenants who stay in those apartment complexes, then they can apply for funds. So if you're a landlord and you want to apply for this program, you can go to HoustonRentalAssistance.org. Click this button on your side that says I am a landlord, and it'll get you started. On this video, though, I want to focus more on the tenants. So if you're a tenant, if you're somebody who's looking for rental assistance, you want to click this green button that says I'm a tenant, and it will get you started. Like I said, in order to qualify for this program, your landlord actually has to apply for the funds. To see if your landlord or apartment complex has applied, you can go to participation directory. And on this page, you're going to see a huge listing of apartment complexes. And you can search for an apartment complex by name. If you want to type in the name, you can see it. If you want to search for it by zip code, you can do that as well. Or if you know the landlord's name, you can type in their name and search it as well. So basically, the first step if you're trying to apply for this program is you need to make sure that your apartment is on the list. If your apartment is on the list, then the next step is you want to check eligibility. And for eligibility, there are a few requirements. So first, your apartment complex needs to be on that list. Second, you need to actually be behind on April and May's rent. Third qualification, you need to be in good standing up until April and May. So if you're behind on March's rent, then you probably won't qualify for this program. COVID-19 needs to be part of the reason that you can't pay for your rent. Maybe you were laid off because your job was lost due to COVID-19. That's a valid reason. And lastly, you need to be considered low income. So essentially, if you're receiving state benefits like Medicaid, housing, SNAP, you would probably qualify for this program. Also, if you are beneath or below 80% of the area median income, you could also qualify for this program. And they placed a table here, and you simply just find however many people are in your household, and you need to fall under that number that's next to it. And that's how you find your area median income, or AMI. So if you are eligible, you need to come to this same website, that HoustonRentalAssistance.org. You need to come to this website on May 13th. They're going to open up at 10 a.m., but I would advise you to try to log on to the website at 9:30. Get your computer booted up, get ready, and get your laptop plugged in, whatever you need to do. But just get there early, because there are going to be lots of people who are trying to get this assistance. So don't show up at 10 o'clock. Get there early. Also, like I said, show up at 9:30, but around 9:45, start refreshing your browser. And you want to do this to make sure that they don't open up the application before 10 a.m. But bottom line is, if you get there early, you have a better chance of getting this assistance. So let's see, I'll show y'all the application next. The application is pretty simple. So it starts off, they ask you about demographic information. So you just enter your name, telephone number, contact information. Next, they're going to ask what you're behind on, whether it's April or May's rent, and how much. The fourth question, they're going to ask you about state benefits. So if you receive Medicaid, Head Start, WIC program, tick off all those boxes. They're going to ask you about your annual income. And lastly, these questions are just basically making sure that you're being truthful with your answers. So that's the application. Like I said, very simple application. Let's go back. So in addition to submitting that application, you also need to submit photo ID. You also need to submit a utility bill with your name on it. You need to have a current lease, and you need to know the amount that you owe on rent. Now, it looks like you can submit these things if you want to take a picture with your phone, as long as it's clear, as they can read your ID, or if they can read your utility bill. It looks like they'll let you submit it via maybe a cell phone picture. Let's say you went to this participation directory and you didn't see your apartment on there. Well, you need to talk to your landlord and see if you can get them to apply for these funds, because if they don't apply for those funds, if your landlord isn't on that list, then you can't get assistance from this program. What they did is they created this flyer, and on this flyer, you can show this flyer to your landlord. It's going to tell them everything that they need to do to apply for this program. So again, if your landlord isn't on a list, show them this flyer, and hopefully they can get on that list. Let's see. The amount that they'll pay is $1,056 per month, and they'll pay that for April, May, or possibly both if you're behind on both. But that is it. Again, this is going to open up on May 13th, Wednesday, May 13th at 10 a.m. Get there at 9:30, because there are going to be lots of people who are applying for this program. The funds are not guaranteed. These are going to be limited funds, so definitely make sure that you get there early. That is pretty much it. If you have more questions about this program, you can probably contact Baker Ripley or possibly even City of Houston, and they can give you more information. But if you are applying for this program, I wish you the very best of luck.